Hey everybody, it's Renee with Eat, Evolve, Inspire. Happy Sunday to you. And for me, Sunday means it's food prep day in my house, and I'm getting some things ready for the week ahead to make sure that I've got what I need in my refrigerator to support my health, wellness, and fitness goals throughout the week. One of the things that I am making today is a stock. And whether you want to call it stock or bone broth, it's the same thing. Basically, the major difference between a stock and a bone broth is that a stock has a few other things added into it for flavor, which is the way I was trained when I went to culinary school, and I tend to like that a little bit more. You can do this with either chicken, fish, beef bones, veal bones, whatever you like. In fact, if you get a roasted chicken at the store, I think all of us from time to time get a roasted chicken here and there, you can take that carcass when you're done, and instead of throwing it away, pop it in a crock pot, put a little bit of water in there, maybe halfway up, and just let it sit on low overnight to cook, and you will have chicken stock because it's going to extract all that wonderful collagen. Vitamins, nutrients, which include calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, will come from the bones that you use in a stock pot, a crock pot, an Instapot. I don't have an Instapot, but I hear that they're really good. So for me, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way with a big old stock pot. I've got bones roasting in the oven, and I'm gonna go from there and show you what happens. So what I like to do, because I'm wanting to improve the flavor of my stock, is I'm actually cooking the bones a little bit to get a bit of caramelization on there. And you'll see this when I pull them out. Doesn't that look good? So I've been roasting these bones for about, it's been about 27 minutes right now at 375. And all I'm doing is trying to get a little color on them. Now you don't have to do this, but this is the way I like to do it because it gives my stock a richer, deeper caramel color. So what I'm gonna do is just let these cool a little bit, and I want to let you know that I've got a variety of bones here. When you go to your meat supplier or to your grocery store and you get bones, if you're going to make beef stock, the essential components for a good stock or bone broth include some marrow bones. This is just like pure marrow. Some really good knuckle bones, which are part of joints from the cow. So there's a lot of good collagen and stuff in here. There's also a little bit of marrow. There might be a teeny bit of meat left on these bones, which is okay because it's going to give us a little bit more flavor, but you don't want full meaty bones unless you're trying to make like more of a soup stock, if that makes sense. So another essential component of a good stock is, for flavor, I chop up a bunch of celery. This is basically one full bunch of celery, and I'm just going to put that in the bottom of my stock pot. What you don't put in a good stock is all the leaves. Save this for your salad. This has got a lot of great nutrients. It's got a little bit of peppery flavor, but in a stock, it can turn bitter, and it'll ruin the flavor of your stock. So don't put this aspect of celery, this whole portion, just eat that in your salads, okay? The other thing I like in my stocks are onions and a little bit of carrots. Now don't overdo the carrots. You don't need that much. So I've got here 2 full onions and 2 medium-sized carrots. And I'm just gonna pop that in my stock pot as well. And here's another thing that you may not know. You can actually throw a few onion skins in there. So if you're peeling onions in your kitchen and you're saving it for something else, sometimes what you can do is you can just put a plastic container in your freezer and throw these things in there, and later on put them in your soup stock. This will add a little bit more color to the stock as well. It doesn't really give it any flavor per se, but it does help with that caramel color. Okay, now we've got our pot filled up with cold water, almost all the way to the top. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that burner on high so that we can bring this to a boil. So we're gonna bring this to a nice rolling boil, And what will happen is there's going to be some impurities and some cloudiness and stuff that comes to the surface. We're just going to skim that off. Once we've got the boil going and we do a skim, we're going to turn our heat way down, because all we want is a slow bubble breaking the surface here and there. We don't even need a full simmer. This is going to cook for 12 to 16 hours because we're going to extract as much as we possibly can, and while it's in the pot, I'm also going to reduce it a little bit so that I can get a thicker stock. You may not want to go that long. I tend to like it that way, so I get a good gelatinous stock in the fridge. More information on my Facebook group, Eat, Evolve, Inspire on Facebook. You can also check out my website, eatevolveinspire.com. There's a lot of blog posts, a lot of information about health and nutrition. And we've got a great community sharing all sorts of information about health, wellness, mindset, and helping you reach your goals. Have a great day.